One.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the SUP Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Trevisi, here again, having a good old time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. I'm really excited to get into it. I'm here, as always, with my two co-hosts. I've got Chris Chaney to my left.
What's up, guys?
And Lawrence Deloach to my right. What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, guys. Chilling. Did you guys have any good Halloween plans? Did you guys go out for Halloween?
Negative. I am 31. I don't especially not during Corona. I did have a wedding and I went to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
No. And I was looking at people's shit, and I was like, y'all motherfuckers not scared of COVID at all.
That shit's crazy.
Mm-mm.
Weddings are not chill, by the way. I mean, like, there was I was in New Hampshire, so you can only imagine the amount of people who didn't believe in masks that were there.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
I went out with my Asian homies. We were outdoors the whole time, playing it safe, smoking blunts of the individuals. No sharing.
No passing.
No passing.
So when you were going up to people's doors, they're like, what are you supposed to be? You're like, a child. Give me candy.
Yeah, I should have shaved my face and just did that. I probably could have gotten away with it. It's like, oh, just some fucking brat teenager trying to get some free candy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about somebody who probably had a very shitty Halloween. Let's get right into it. Our good boy Warren Lotas is back in the news. Hold on, Chris. Can you let me share screen?
Oh yes, I can. I can do that.
We're a professional show. We do professional things all the time. Boom. Let's pull this bad boy up. Bang. Look at this shit. So Warren Lotas, he lost his fight with Nike. I think. Big time. And he released a statement basically saying that Nike's being shitty because they own all these color combinations and all this other stuff, and he's basically calling the Dunk plain. And then he was like, "All right, well, here's your Dunk, guys. It's a shittier version of an SB." What do we think, guys?
It looks horrible, first off.
Dunk. How about they call it junk?
I hate you. He said that pre-show, guys. He said that pre-show, and nobody laughed. And he did it again.
And did it again.
Luke, you laughed.
I laughed
actually really hard.
Fuck you.
It looks terrible. It's a joke at this point. I mean, he's got to recoup that money somehow. But Nike is coming at him hard as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Look, I appreciate the kid's effort, but I mean, I don't know who told him that these were good enough to make.
I think it was more of a thing where he was like, he felt pressure to actually get something out to the people who bought shit.
Yes.
So I don't know if they're gonna let him keep the funds on this or if they're taking everything. It sounds like they came to an agreement, right?
Yeah, the agreement that he won't do anything ever again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, show the other colorways too, because the other colorways aren't that bad, but like, I mean, they're still bad because they're their shoe.
So we've got the clean slates, which are like a gray and white kind of colorway. And the big thing for the listeners is, like, instead of a swoosh, there's which was the big controversy. He's got a Reaper head. That, I don't know, it's kind of like right in the middle of the shoe. It's interesting.
I just love the blatant hate. One of the first comments you could see by Young Baby Swiss is, "These shit's trash, dog."
Bruh said overwhelming support and positivity. LMFAO guy, why lie?
Yeah, I mean, no, go L.
No, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, I get trying to fulfill like people's like supposed like want or need for the shoe that they bought, but I mean, like, when you give them something like this, it's not even close and it's ugly. It's like, I mean, look, bro, I appreciate your effort, like, just trying to make your own thing here, but I mean, like, this ain't it.
Yeah. I don't know if
what were you gonna say, Al?
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks bad. It doesn't even look. Is that like that's like a mock-up image? I mean, I don't even think that's a real photo. I feel like it, and it looks like those shit. They just look bad, bro. It looks like the first shits he was doing. It was like, I wouldn't wear them, but these just look like an embarrassment.
Yeah, these are like, I don't know, man. These are some big L's right here.
Mm-hmm.
You could wear those and you'd be like, look, I lost on sneakers and on the Warren Lotus website.
Yo, you can't even win with bootlegs. People losing. Imagine
Right?
just like your whole week has been like sneaker app L's, and then like you're like, all right, at least I got these Warren Lotus pigeon dunks. And then the guy goes, no, sorry, you could have the chainsaws though.
You can have this constellation prize.
Oh,
No,
horrible.
Yeah, they're horrible, man. It's embarrassing. But I mean, hopefully people realize, man, you gotta stop supporting this shit. You know, this is horse shit that people are supporting, and I'm not with it. You know, and I'm happy that Nike's fucking hopefully they take everything. You know, this guy got and shit. You know what I mean? So
my biggest thing. Go ahead.
No, go.
My biggest thing with bootlegs is like again, it's like it's the market, and like I have a big problem with like resale culture. As far as like that stuff goes, because I saw a post that PG knows. He made a post earlier this week after the Off-White 5s dropped, where he had like a trunk full of Off-White 5s and people were hating on him. And my biggest issue with this is because PG was like one of the guys that was like shitting on Warren Lotus for making these shoes in the first place. And he's like a known like reseller guy, you know? So it's like, I mean, of course you're going to shit on these shoes because these are like, this is a system that benefits you. You know what I mean? It's a system where it's like, if shoes were as available in this same kind of idea where it's like, it's a pre-order based system and anybody could get, you know, they could get like a limit of one per shoe or whatever, then, you know, you wouldn't have resale prices so high. And that kind of scares, I think, that reseller market, which is why I like the idea in the first place. But I don't know, man. This still isn't the way, you know?
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, what do you think about Jeff Staple kind of like moving on, pressing forward with another bootlegger? Well, actually, I don't even know if I want to call him a bootlegger, but I mean, Shoe Surgeon, he had these like pigeon vote dunks.
Yeah, these guys right here. I don't know. I feel like these are a little bit more, maybe it's because it's like limited, and Shoe Surgeon's kind of been like, he's kind of has like a little bit of a Nike stamp where it's like they kind of agree that he can just do whatever he wants. I don't know, man. These are nice.
I said before we hit record, like I love the swoosh check in the box. You see on the panel right there, there's the square, so it's like your vote, you know, like the check box of a vote. I mean, conceptually, I'm all about it, but it's hard for me to morally like get behind it, like, because it is a bootleg. It's not real. So like to kind of follow along with like what Lawrence, you've been kind of championing throughout our conversations about like, you know, like these fakes. It's like, I like them. Similarly that I like the way that the kid was doing like the Stussy dunk, the Heineken dunk, Warren Lotus was doing like those ones that you can't really get that much, including the pigeon dunk. I mean, I just like, I don't know where I can really sit with this conceptually. Like I'm with it, but also almost like, yeah, but they're fake.
Yeah, they kind of sit in this weird in between space. But like the hat on the pigeon, the little Uncle
It's cute.
Sam hat,
It's very cute.
Come on, that's a nice touch.
I think I just get tired of Staple whoring out the pigeon. Like it's like you have anything other to contribute other than a fucking pigeon at this point.
Hey
man,
no,
Lawrence, he doesn't. That's why he keeps doing this shit. What else is he gonna do?
Hey man, Fujiwara still got blue. Fujiwara still got blue. All he's doing is throwing blue.
The Fragment 3s were white and black, so they weren't. I mean,
all right, fair.
No, I think what I'm saying is like I get it. Like, you know, that's his thing, the pigeon. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's just like you said, like Hiroshi has the lightning bolt. There's certain things that people get their fame off of, but it's just like I'm just tired of the fucking pigeon with this guy. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, he doesn't have enough like iconography or like brand awareness to. Oh, what's up? Siri's trying to get in.
Siri was trying to get in.
There's just a sec. Hold on, Chris. You're stupid.
No, but Staple doesn't have enough like brand iconography or awareness to do anything other than the pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what, he's gonna flip the Staple logo, like the office supply store. Like, there's nothing else he can do, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see it though.
I mean, like, most brands don't even get lucky enough to have a pigeon. Like, when you see that pigeon, you know it's his. Like, most brands, like, you have to like learn, or like, you know, it has to be a collaboration. You know what I mean? So I get why you're sick of it. But it's also like, what else is he gonna do?
Mm-hmm. He's just yeah, that's his thing. I agree.
So Elle, are you on the same place with these as the Lotus Dunks?
I'm in a different space with the Lotus Dunks. Like, I mean, because you know why? Because a lot of people, what's interesting with these versus the Lotus, people actually like the shoe surgeon's work, if that makes sense. So he's not looked at to me as a pariah, in a sense. Whereas Lotus is looked at like, yo, man, people just don't fuck with you, bro. And that's a big thing. So.
That's true.
Yes.
The culture is not behind him.
The culture does not, like, they want to see Lotus go down. People go to the shoe surgeon and they're like, yo, hook me up with some shit. Like, you know, I've seen him do plenty of custom work for celebrities and of the sort, you know? So I think it's just a different atmosphere. But yeah.
Is it because, just to follow up on that, is it because he did this before it was popular, like before there was hype around the shit?
I'm not gonna say it's because of that. I just think, in terms of, you saying shoe surgeon or Lotus?
Yeah, like him, Geiger,
yeah,
and some of these guys who were kind of doing it before it was like a popular thing to do that you can get clout for. These guys were doing it and doing it well, which maybe is why they get an exception here. But
I remember, I mean, those have been customized. I remember when I was a kid, you know, I can go to a store in Manhattan, and there would be a Air Force One with Gucci print. You know, it was fake, customized, but it was, you know, it was of the sort. It was customized. It was all that. I've never been a fan of any of that stuff because I'm always like, unless it's come out, I have a tough time wearing like some customized shoes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's because of they were on board before the popularity. I just think that I'm just not a fan of the Lotus thing at all. And I can tolerate shoe surgeons' work, but I'm not like going on my way to spend, you know, however much, $500, $600 for or $1,000 for a custom. I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. You're like, shoe surgeon, like when you do spend like $1,000, you're spending it on the shoe surgeon name, which is
that's what it is.
Yeah. At that
point.
Well,
so the other thing is I mean, I wish I knew more about his like the way he created the stuff, because like if he's actually customizing each of the shoe, it is like an original Nike that then he's like modifying. Whereas Warren Lotus was like making his own shit in a factory.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there is something to that. I mean, I'm looking at his Instagram right now, and there's a lot of stuff that seems like they're like factory done, but then again, I don't know. But that is probably why he gets an exception too, because he is taking with the actual release and flipping it. But I don't know if that's the case anymore. At least that was like, you know, when he first came out, he was known for doing that.
Hold on, let me take a look at his page real quick. Yeah,
I mean, there's crazy shit on here.
Yeah, well, you know, he's always been kind of known for doing the most. Oh, elephants. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's like with these, like, so I don't know because if he buys them and like takes them apart and then restructures them, like, that's one thing.
Right.
But to go to a factory and be like, all right, hey, look, I have this Nike Dunk in my hand. Like, you just make this with these modifications I'm going to give you. That's something separate.
Here's the thing, though. I don't believe he's hand making these anymore. I believe there was a point where he was making them by hand.
Right. Yeah.
Reached a level where he could kind of just go to a guy and be like, "This is my idea. Can you make this for me?"
Well, that's the thing. I mean, even there, I don't know how true it was, but someone said that Lotus was on Instagram asking for, trying to figure out what factories can he still make his shit. So I mean, yeah, they're not hand making. I don't think they have someone, and it's a process. It's not just their hand to foot, and then you like, oh man, this was. And I don't think it's that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I do know John Geiger for sure was doing it by hand, at least when he first started. Like, I think I found out his work. It was definitely the Misplaced Check. Like, that was the first one that I saw, and I know he was doing that by hand. I think it was 2014. I don't know if that date hits correctly, but I remember meeting him in an agenda, and him like complaining about having to like fulfill all these, like, not that he had to do them, but like he was like, dude, everyone likes those checks so much, I can't keep up, so it seemed like he was doing them by hand.
Yeah.
Moral of the story here, guys, is, I know it's gonna sound whack, but just if you like the Nike Dunk, don't like try to get some knockoff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially with the Lotus shit, and I just want to see Lotus shit go down in flames.
It's obviously like, so you compare like Shoe Surgeon and Lotus, and it's like, obviously, yes, you're right. It's like the whole thing is kind of built on this. He just kind of took he took an already existing design, took a very lazy swoosh flip. While Shoe Surgeon, you see over the years, he's been like kind of like mastering this kind of modification art form. And this just young guy comes onto the scene. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I wouldn't say go fuck him, but like still.
Yeah, let's talk about real.
Let's talk about real sneakers.
Real dunks. Let's talk
about some supremely real dunks, guys.
Wow. Supremely real dunks.
Let's talk about the Supreme collab that's rumored to drop early 2021. If there's still a 2021, if we're still fucking alive after Tuesday in this election that everyone keeps saying is the most important election ever. Hope you guys vote, and new listeners. We got Supreme. They took the highs, chopped them in the lows, do some different colorways together. What's your first thoughts?
Here, let me show, because Chris hasn't seen them yet, right?
No, I saw them. I didn't because these were kind of like rumored to be around for a while. I just didn't realize that this was also the same one. These are a redone version of the first ones they did.
That is correct.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's 4 colors. There's royal blue, there's lime, there's white and black, and then there's like a brownish burgundy color.
Yeah.
Do you like any of them? I know we're all expecting to take a loss, but are we, what's your favorite color? What do you want?
I think the blues are the best one, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, the black one for me is probably the one, but I mean, like, these are just these are young dunks. Like, we could wear them, me and you, Lawrence, but I think this is more of like a Luke shoe. You know what I mean? Like, those stars are like hard. Those are like,
why are they a young shoe? I don't get that.
That star pattern is tough. That's not for, I can't wear stuff like that too much.
Really? I disagree. I think obviously it's done to bring back the nostalgia of a shoe that came out 18 years ago, basically. But I'm excited about them, and obviously if I can get my hands on a pair, I would definitely love to have it. That croc, obviously, it gives me back, obviously Tiffany, low vibes, obviously the first Supreme dunks, SBs. But I think they're intriguing shoe because everyone wanted red or orange, and they didn't give people red or orange. But I think the blue one is beautiful. The black, the brown is my least favorite, but it's a solid shoe. The lime green is very intriguing. I'm gonna be honest. I think at first I thought they were kind of trash, but I kind of
they're growing on you.
They're growing on me a little bit.
I feel that. Yeah.
I mean, so Travis is gonna be rocking that brown one.
Oh shit! Did you guys see him in a Batman costume?
No, I didn't see.
I did see.
I didn't see it. Wait,
bro,
is that the hype costume now?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up. But like, we'll talk about that later. I'll pull.
Let's. So So we have these four SBs. 2021. So we've already established that this is supposedly quote unquote the year of the dunk.
Right.
We're taking the year of the dunk and we're carrying it over to 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how the rollout on the Supreme, SBs. I want to see how because obviously when a skate shop gets a dunk, usually their inventory is considerably higher than other skate shops. But what I've seen in the past with Supreme is they don't give a fuck. They're complete assholes. And when it comes to releasing dunks, I do remember getting a pair of the red Supreme, red and black Supreme elephant print ones back in like 2012. I was not able to get my size, but I do remember they had pairs for days. So I wonder how it's going to play out here.
I mean, we know it's going to be different this time around.
Completely.
Yeah. Yes. That is an understatement. This is going to be a whole nother world.
Yeah. It's going to be a bunch of Asian kids botting. That's what's going to happen.
The bots are going to be out in full force. Yes, this is correct.
I said it.
The Terminator army.
Yeah, the Terminator
bots.
army. I always thought that would be crazy if the bots, if the Terminator robots were actually like started as bots for like sneaker apps, and then it's like, they're robots with just like hype shoes on in like 2045.
Look,
I know. I'd really jump the shark here, but I know.
So what are they evolve into bots that you make to stand in line for you, and then all of a sudden they start overthrowing the line.
Yeah, and then they're like, they're like scanning. Your shoes are trash. Terminate. I'm just saying. There's our show.
Our sneaker show.
Our sneaker show is a Terminator bot situation.
That's still better than the Netflix one, but we're not going to get into that right now. We'll talk about that later.
Put a pin in that one too.
Yeah.
All right.
So in addition to the Supreme SBs that we've seen, we also seeing we saw the Atmos Air Max 1 colorway of SBs that are coming out. Did you guys?
Yeah,
you guys
classic. Yes, the elephant.
Beautiful fucking shoe. I'm really excited about those.
What is that for you?
Bro, I get so jealous when I think about being a designer back like when Nike was like starting to let like co-branded projects fly like this.
Mm-hmm.
And to just be the guy going like, bro, let's just make it all the elephant print. Everyone goes, oh shit, fire.
Just a bunch of dudes in the office going, yeah, write that shit down.
Yeah, because doing it, because you can't do anything with elephant print now. Elephant print has been completely owned by not only Nike, but the brands that have done the Nike collab early. Like, it's like, oh, Atmos did that. You're just doing the Atmos shoe?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. That would have been so sweet.
Yeah,
these are a classic.
I'm really looking for, those are, I think, obviously, I think they're not like a store brand SB, like in terms of like, the skate shop store, but they're amazing. And when I say skate shop, you know what I mean, right? Like they're not a Strange Love Civilist, like that type of store, but like god damn, they're beautiful.
That jade hit, I always loved that, like that jade colorway on that like as juxtaposed to the elephant print is so nice.
They kept it monochromatic except for the part that you needed to see. Like this style of design is like very. I always equate it to Dyson. You guys know anything about Dyson vacuums? Like they have those like pop colors of where the design function actually is. So like that's why the ball is a color. Like all the shit that like is like a real design function is a color. Like they kind of took that with this, and although it's like not functional, like that swoosh is supposed to be what the pop is, and they fucking crushed it.
Interesting. Yeah, they really did a good job. They really kept the spirit of the Air Max. I enjoyed that a lot. We have like a bunch of SBs that were looking to come out too. Something that I don't know if you guys are gonna actually like, but Concepts had a very interesting SB like first look this week. for a Thanksgiving themed one.
Yes.
Let me see. It's called the concept's the Turducken Dunks. Let me see. How do I spell Turducken?
Turducken, Turducken. Speaking of Turducken, John Madden, boom, it's in the game.
What happened? What happened? Where'd you go, El? Where'd you go? Just...
Oh,
No, but yeah, I'm looking for the Turduckens.
What do you think of these, Chris?
they're not for me, but I'm not mad. I mean, I conceptually I don't really get it yet. Like I didn't read anything about them, so but I might be off, but I can't really see a story here.
Oh, see, the inside is nice.
That inside's fire. That inside's fire.
That the inside of the shoe kind of has like a kind of like a duck print that you would kind of see in your grandma's house, probably. You know,
like at a restaurant, like wallpaper.
Interesting. I have no clue. Yeah, hold on. Well, first of
go
all,
back to what?
The box art. Yeah. Let's talk about all this right now. So there's supposed to be like a special box too. It looks like with like kind of I guess a roasting directions or something. Matching socks. Some sort of there's a Nerf thing in here. I don't know what this is doing. This looks interesting.
Hell yeah, dude. Yo, Concepts never fucking lets you down when it comes to the full story. Like I just said, I don't really know what's going on here yet, but just looking at that one image of like the meal pack, I'm like, yeah, I'm sold.
So let's see. Design-wise, this installment calls upon visual elements from the mallard duck, including colors and textures, and applies them throughout various regions of the shoe. This is evident through the iridescent tongues, which can be interpreted as swimming animals' heads. Okay. The blend of furry quarter panels, brown suede overlays, which nod to its body, and the orange treading, which is emblematic of their webbed feet. So yeah, it's supposed to be like a duck. It's supposed to be like a duck colorway.
Yeah, and it has like a little what is it? Fur, whatever you call it, like the little hair.
Yeah,
right next to the shoe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a little bit like a horsehair.
All right, I'm sold. These are fire. I'm in.
Yeah, of course they're fire, Chris. Yeah, this shit's extremely fire. I don't know. Yeah, I think those.
I didn't read about them though. You know, that's what I'm saying. I saw them. I was like, oh, I'm sure someone will tell me. And it was you guys right now, and I'm in.
That's what we're here for, baby. Stop podcast informing even our co-hosts.
But also this is a Boston shoe, so you know I was going to be down anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those. Yeah.
Shout out to Dion. That's my guy.
Hopefully, Chris, hopefully you can get plugged in, man.
Yeah.
That would be tight.
That would be very tight. So now that we've gone through most of the SBs, is there anything else I'm missing as far as SBs go?
Yeah, the Bodega ones. Let's go over the glove, because that one was highly contested in the Discord.
Okay.
Both my city stores get some fucking dunks.
Let me see. Let's see. Where is it?
You know, when they were, when I forget who exactly was talking about it at first in the Discord, they were like, this stinks. And I looked at it, I'm like, this is great. Bro, that is a great flip on a baseball mitt into a shoe. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of those, honestly. Yeah. That was like one of the first SBs I was like, I'm not too, yeah.
Yeah, these guys are interesting to say the least. Let me see. There's like a white colorway too. The white colorway is nice, I will say. As far as like the two go. And Bodega's got their little logo right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm
with these. I like them. I mean, I think I just like them for the accents mostly. I think that leather looks tight. I don't know how I feel about the jewel swoosh. I don't really like the jewel swoosh on much, but on these it works enough for me. But I get not liking them. I'm like, Al, what is it, like too busy for you?
I just don't like the baseball like knots. The tie string thing. I just don't like the shoe itself. It just.
You see, those are what do it for me. Those like little design accents to like make the object read like its reference. Like that shit's awesome to me.
So like, yeah, I like the like the knit, like the stitching on top,
Yeah.
on the top of the shoe. I think that's like a good design element. But yeah, across like the middle and the back of the shoe, it kind of it feels a little too busy. Like it feels like that's going to be like an issue if you're walking around on the street with those. At some point, like especially in New York City, you're going to get caught on something with those knots.
I just think
That's a good
aesthetically
point.
they're trash to me. I mean, no, I just don't think they're a good sneaker. And I'm not gonna do a 180 and be like, when they come out, I'm not gonna be like, oh, these are awesome. Like I just don't. There's no.
Hmm.
Uh-uh.
I'm a little bit more inclined to I like the white pair a little bit more than the brown pair, but even then, I'm not crazy about them either. I would agree with L on these.
I just like when you like can. I mean, I said it, but like when you can physically point to the reference and then just do exactly what the reference has. You know what I mean? So they definitely were like holding a baseball mitt while the guy was catting this up. And
Yeah.
I just appreciate that level of detail because it's hard to get Nike to not only agree to do that kind of stuff, but also get the factory to do it well and then keep it at a reasonable price point. What are these priced at retail? Does it
120.
say? What? That's come on. That's pretty sweet. They didn't make it 140. They didn't, I know I'm saying like $20, but that's a tough thing to do. I like that a lot.
It is. It is. Yeah. I guess that is something to think about. Yeah, it is kind of crazy that it's only $20 more, and it has like the jewel swoosh and all these crazy knots in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like
I
that.
wish they did a logo flip on a brand though. Like I wish they took like what's the biggest baseball mitt brand known, like Rawling or something. I wish they kind of like took the R and made it a B. Like that would have been cool, but I mean that's just me.
Mm-hmm. So you have it here first, Bodega people. Chris doesn't like your design. Don't fuck with it. He thinks that you guys are derivative. No, we're kidding. Um, so how about time we? Do you think it's time we talk about this week in L's?
I mean, you don't even have to just say it's a time. Just fucking L us into the segment.
All right, buddy. Let's get into this week in L's.
Bow, 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 bow. Reporting live from LSU, Lost Shoe University. We have Luke reporting live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here looking at these off-white fives, big losses across the board for everybody known in the Discord, maybe 1 or 2 W's at most. It's a real sad time for everybody. Off-white fives came out this week. The sneakers app made me want to cry. I put in for 16 raffles. I got 16 L's back. Thank you to those raffles.
Jeez, man.
That's so many raffles.
A series 16?
No, not seriously 16.
Alright.
Maybe like
Oh, damn, dude. I was about to be like, bro, you hit the sweet 16 and you didn't get one.
no, right? That'd be crazy.
That happens though. It beats like that sometimes, man.
No, I know, bro.
God damn. These are nice. These are nice. This is just a shame that I would not be able to get my hands on them.
No, they're fine. They're fine. They just have height.
Yeah.
These aren't better than the 4s, and they're not better than the other off-white 5s.
Oh no, I
like them more than the first ones. Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
I like these more than the other ones. Yeah. I think
That's
like
interesting
that,
to me.
Well, you're not a fan of like that kind of yellowing. Like you've been on record saying like you don't like kind of that like aged look on stuff. So
No, I mean, well, look, no, it can work for me. I just these ones. I mean, look how fucking dented up these are already, and that's just a model wearing them.
Okay, sure. Yeah, they're dented up, but they're meant to be worn.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I got them, I would have worn them. And I would have beat the shit out of them too. Because I think
I like the other ones better, and I like the 4s as a sale color better. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad at anybody for liking these though, I guess, because like it's at the point where if like you're just a hater if you don't like the hype shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No, I just like those. I think they were a smooth show. I was definitely looking forward to try to hopefully procuring a pair, but in true L fashion, I took an L.
We're staying on brand, baby. And then we got the dark mochas came out as well.
Yo, actually, I was kind of tight. Not that I even really wanted these, but because we basically had two chances, right? We got to reserve a pair, and then we got to do the regular pray to God that we get through. And I was in Boston for the reserve spot, so I couldn't even reserve because all I came up were Boston stores for me.
Yeah, that's correct.
It was just bad timing. I didn't know they were going to do that as part of the release. I know, like, they were, there was going to be a regular release on the sneakers app for them.
But aren't there are Nike stores in Boston that you could have reserved and picked up your pair?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to be here.
What do you mean you weren't going to be here?
I'm leaving. I was supposed to be back in New York already today, and
Yeah,
I was at the wedding. I couldn't have done anything.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what time was the wedding? It was Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday. We left the house at 2.
Yeah, you could have went early in the morning, picked up your pair.
Dog, I don't have a car. Look,
Honestly, it sounds like you just didn't plan well.
It sounds like you overslept the release like you normally do.
Don't know.
Chris oversleeps every release, and he's just like, overslept.
Like, oh man, I missed.
Oh man, you're like, damn, you missed it. My bad. No, I just overslept. I'm sorry, guys. I woke up at 10:47.
One time I do that. One time I missed my fragment threes, and then you guys just chew me out.
Because it's your fragment threes.
I wanted those so bad too.
Obviously not. You wanted some sleep.
I do like sleep. I couldn't go get them. I couldn't. I mean, not that I even could have, because by the time I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, they were like, "Oh yeah, all reserved, buddy." And I was like, "Oh great." So.
Oh yeah, that was within a minute.
Well, yeah. I had a problem. I had a problem reserving the app on the sneakers app as well. It just kept loading up. It was a spinning circle, and then it was it was like, death wheel. And I couldn't reserve. And then I also tried to get them on the Foot Locker app, and I used my flex points, and that was, I got waitlisted, and then the wait list, did not turn into a win. So, hey, and what's funny is I thought they were nice, but it wasn't like the end of the world. Like, I didn't feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't get these.
Yeah. Well, wait. Can you kind of break down what that process was with the Foot Locker app? Because we talked about it like when they first started introducing this program, but I didn't even try. So like, how many points was it? Like, and how many did you have? Like, what did you really lose here?
You lose. So basically, it's the old VIP. I remember the old VIP, how it worked. If you were a VIP, you would get extra minutes or so, and with this now, because they don't want people in the stores, like looking for a tower, or with COVID and everything, they basically changed it where you get points for, purchases or filling out surveys. And I think I used 1,500 points for this release.
Is that a lot?
It's a good amount, So it's once you use those points to try to get the sneakers, right. You don't get them back. So what the thing is, like, you re-up, obviously, if you win and you get the purchase. So if you get more points because you've spent money. But if you don't purchase, then you just lose up on the points. So I wasn't super sad that I didn't get them, but that was like my first experience using that app for a pair of ones, and it was just like it wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool. I'm always hesitant of using like the Foot Locker stuff. Sorry for your loss. Let's talk about the other loss that we all took this week. Surprise drop of the Tech Fire, the Fire Red Force that came out as well, right? We had a little surprise drop.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I saw the drop and I just was like, I'm good. Like it got to the point, like, I'm tired of, because if I didn't, like, I didn't want the sneakers that bad. So I wasn't like, when I saw the notification, like I got like the J23 app or whatever, I was like, I'm not even going to waste my $200.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, you know what's funny, El, is while I pull this up, I think a lot of people felt the same way because they didn't really like jump on stock at all. Like they're pretty much Like, I mean, so they're over 50 retail right now, essentially, but this isn't going to stay. This is supposed to be like the money making point right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we also know that they're going to be in abundance, you know, when it comes out. So it's kind of like people aren't paying just to have them a couple weeks early.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, some of these like more difficult sizes, like an 18 is 400, like, but that's not even like a real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a real.
Yeah. Who's buying it?
These are steady at two. You know what? If this is a shoe that if you like slept on and like you're debating it, this is one to actually grab because like 50 over retail is like not terrible.
Yeah, it's not. Also, I found out I was perusing StockX because I was looking at this as well. I also found out that Midnight Navy JP Jordans, the ones that are coming out, are like 250, 270 right now. StockX, like really not doing crazy numbers. So I don't know. I was looking at those and I was thinking about picking those up, just because like it's not too crazy over retail, but like looking at the silver ones, I'm like, I don't know. They might not go up either.
So are these true to the actual Fire Reds? Not like because the texts were different.
I don't know. I guess so. It's like we were discussing this like a couple weeks ago. It's like kind of like not really that same color. It's just a little just slightly different, you know? Just enough for them to call it a different shoe.
I was so like startled when I opened the sneakers app. There was that whole animation. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Because I never like opened my phone to that. And I texted you guys. I was like, "Yeah, I think I got early access to some shit," because I just was so thrown up.
Yeah.
And then you guys were like, "No, it's for everybody." I was like, "Oh,
that's
all right.
For everyone and their mama."
Yeah. Even Sleepy Chris.
Even me. But then again, I was looking at them. I'm like, "Oh, let me just see." And they're sold out. Everything's just sold out. Every time I open that app, it's just sold out.
So it's sold out. Just seeing that processing sign over and over again. Do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about sneakerheads now. That godforsaken show.
Yes.
Sure thing.
All right.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
So,
Chris, you had to catch up. You had.
I caught up. I watched the second and the third back to back. It was a painful 40 minutes. God, this show is still so bad. I couldn't believe the story doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It literally does not. All right. They went to go get Chicago Off-Whites from some photo shoot or video shoot, whatever. You guys explained that to me, and then I watched it, right? Mm-hmm. So King Bach looks at the Red Octobers and goes, "Bro, let's just take these, right?" And then everyone, he's like, dude's like, "No, why would I do that?" And the girl was going to give them to him for only $300 more. And then dude talked shit, and then he said 15, and then he bought it. The writing is so horrible.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And then he used his baby as a customer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Babies are not customers. It's one per customer. And a baby is not a customer. A baby cannot buy a size 8.5 shoe.
No.
Correct.
No, he cannot. It's real shitty of him.
I mean,
and then at the end of the episode, this is where we get the real A plot of this story. Like they're just starting to reveal the A plot of the story in episode 2. That fucking Jordan Zero thing, like they're getting into it, and I'm like,
mythical, yeah.
I'm like, this is dumb.
This is dumb.
It's really dumb.
You don't need to make up a new shoe. Like it's dumb. You don't need it.
I tried to pause it for when like King Bach had that presentation of all his evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And all this, you can't look at any of the shoes, so like it's all blurry. And then of course it's like he's playing Where's Waldo, with the shit. Yeah, it's a weak plot. They do one thing right per episode though. They do get me on one thing. So remember I spoke about the nod?
Yeah,
that was one thing I was like, okay, someone at least understands something about sneakers in there. When the plug chick was like taking the white dude as her like underling or whatever she called, lacing him up properly. You can't wear him with factory settings. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah,
that was putting him on out the box as factory settings. That's very, very funny.
Right, that was pretty cool. I like that. I I don't understand why they didn't just like make it about like two guys. Like it seems like it should have just been a show about two guys trying to start a sneaker store together.
Yeah, because they alluded to that in the third episode, right?
Right.
Because he was like, "You wanted to have a store, you wanted to have a brand."
Yeah. Well,
The
that was
third episode.
that
Oh, was
episode
it two? Oh,
was
okay.
it
Sorry.
two? And then he goes get his old job back, which is his boss is Kevin from The Office.
Mhm.
Yeah.
His boss is Kevin from The Office. And then he's like, you got to wear like, black shoes or brown shoes. And then he quits his job the next episode after he just got it because he sees a guy in threes.
In threes, the janitor dude, like
The janitor in threes. You're
fresh
like,
pair of threes too.
fresh pair of threes. He's a janitor and he's got a fresh
So,
pair of threes.
okay, I was gonna say this. They make everybody who chases sneakers broke. Did you guys realize this? Everyone who has sneakers or who is doing sneakers, they give him like they make it seem like he doesn't make a lot of money.
Or they're famous. It's one or the other. It's never.
That's true. I mean, the whole Mark Wahlberg thing we can get into, but they don't. Yeah, like first off, that is not what a corporate graphic design job is like.
No.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous. I've never had to wear a suit. I've never had to. This shit is crazy. And the other thing about the shoes, like with the Oxfords or whatever, like the dull shoes you can get, there's nice kicks that you can wear in an office.
Right. We've shown them. We've shown a couple on Hypeless Heat. There's like
It's ridiculous.
he's just being it's a real weak point, And then let's talk about episode 3. Listen, now that we're kind of into it. Holy shit. Oh my God. The Mark Wahlberg thing is like, what? Why? Why even use Wahlberg?
Mhm.
That whole episode was cheating because first off, it was just the celebrities that got you through that. Seeing Paul Pierce and Michael Rappaport try to play tennis, there's no show that's not going to be fun watching that.
Yeah, I think that definitely got us through that episode. Yes.
Yeah, they were really carrying it.
And like they really went full sitcom on this, like the chasing the shoes and getting caught by a Black Panther and having to run away.
Dog, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. Why would you even like Michael B. Jordan has a fucking the studio gave Michael B. Jordan a Black Panther.
I actually thought that was funny.
That's stupid. That's just a dumb like
he's like, yeah, MJ has a panther. And they're like, Michael Jordan has a panther? He's like, no, the one with the B in it. Half the studio gave it to him. I thought that was funny. I mean, the only way that I enjoy the show is if it gets so dumb, it's like it's wrong. But not because with the sneakers, it's too dumb. But with stuff like that has nothing to do with sneakers, that's way over the top dumb, like very sitcom-y, I'm like, okay, that's I guess okay. Like the Panther shit was fine, but like when he's in front of Red October, he's going like, let's steal these, let's fuck up your whole life. Like I can't get into that part.
Yeah, just like I said, man, it just wasn't.
Yeah, and then you've got they went to Mark Wahlberg's house to get these Oregon 4s, right?
Yeah,
that was like the whole thing. And then the punchline at the end of the episode is that they're scuffed, and I'm like, no shit, they're scuffed. He's been playing tennis in them. Yeah, he's been playing tennis in them for like months. Of course they're fucked. They're not good shoes anymore.
So this is my thing. Is like, all right, so that is supposed to be like scuffed. What is that? What is scuffed? I can't believe that's like the cliffhanger. If you're going to educate the watcher of this show on what scuffed is in episode 4,
yeah,
this is what was your timeline here? What's the next thing? About is episode 5 going to be like how sometimes you don't have to lace your sneakers?
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't good.
No good. No good.
Well, I'm looking forward to review episode 4 with you guys next week.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to episode 4.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it.
There's only 6, right?
No, I think there's 8 or 9.
Come on, single digits. We could do this.
Yeah, we can do it. We can get through this.
We can get through this. We can get through this for sure. But like, I'm going to need to see some other super big time celebrity next week.
Yeah.
Oh, how did they get Michael Rappaport and Mark Wahlberg? Paul Pierce and not actually Mark Wahlberg? I know. Was that supposed to be part of the bit?
I guess so. That was supposed to be like the bit. I'm not opposed to. So here's why that Mark Wahlberg thing doesn't work. It's because the rest, there's a bunch of other characters are celebrities in the show. So they're like, they all exist in this universe where like one of the dudes from the Entourage was like on the FaceTime with
Turtle.
Yeah, Turtle was in with so it's like, oh, this is actually like this is a possibility. Like somebody knows somebody at a studio, and Mark Wahlberg could be here. So
Mark
like,
Wahlberg actually directed part of Entourage.
right, he produced it too.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I thought this was like this. They could actually get Mark Wahlberg. All right, crazy. And then they open the door and it's not Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, well, why use Mark Wahlberg then? Like, why not just use one of these other celebrities that you have? Why not just make it Turtle? You know, why not just make it Turtle?
And you know what's funny is like, so they had Turtle on, but they didn't even mention the Entourage Air Forces that exist.
No, nobody's done any research on the show.
Look, guys, because we seriously, I know this, we could write a better show than this. If us three don't actually write a show that's better than this, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's sit down and do it. Let's all right. So that closes the book on Sneakerheads episode 3. We'll be watching episode 4 next week, begrudgingly, the whole time.
There you go.
Let's get Bliss Heat.
Yeah, let's close it out. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
Hype Bliss Heat. Hype Bliss Heat.
Does anybody want to go first? I could go first, if anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull mine up.
Okay. So my pick for this week, we were discussing Fila's off of something that Chris brought up, and I remembered that the Grant Hills are actually not that bad. So my pick this week are going to be the Bread Grant Hills. Very cheap shoe, like $45 to like $70. Kind of same energy as like not the same energy as a Jordan, but like, you know, kind of like a mix of different qualities. And for like a budget shoe, it's not that bad. You'll probably
wait. Yeah. Which one are you picking? You're picking the first one?
I'm picking Grant Hill ones. I'm picking the Grant Hill ones in the bread colorway. That is my pick of the week. Yeah, I enjoy them, and they're a cheap shoe. If you wanna wear something other than a check for, you know, for $45, I say these.
Damn, Luke, I was gonna do a Fila.
Yeah.
And you ruined my my fucking pick.
Do it.
Fila. Let's all do Filas.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Do I have anything in my closet? Shit. Oh, you know what? All right, I got one. Because so if you're a video listener and you're notice I'm not in my normal background, I'm actually at my the house I grew up in. I'm in my parents' house. And a lot of the shoes I have here are like, they're either like the ones that like I don't want to touch forever and I'm waiting to sell, or they're like dumb Reeboks that I had that like they just didn't make the cut and they're just here taking up space. But so 1 week I had the Kamikaze 2 as my pick. And I have about like 8 pairs of Kamikaze 3s here, and I'm kind of like, these aren't as bad as I thought they were. Like I thought they were hot when they came out. Because of course, I mean, like Swiss Beats was like fucking pushing them and all this shit. Mm-hmm. And they made a D Brown colorway, and I have those. And I was looking at those. I was like, you know what? These aren't even that bad. Let me see if I can find a picture of the color. You guys know what I'm talking about?
This, I do.
Hey, whatever. These aren't the color. I'll use a different color for the actual photo for Instagram. But yeah, I mean, these were like a huge deal. Like when I was working there, because it was like Reebok's like fucking like attempt at like getting into the cool space. These were the ones that launched.
Right.
These were like the first big ones to go. They had a colorway where it was like this deep brown right here, where it had like the black, white, and the orange pop.
Mm-hmm.
But these were the ones that came out. These are the ones that Swiss was like, all right, Reebok's about to be cool again. He got like Rick Ross. He got Meek Mill before the Puma deal. Like there was a bunch of shit going on, and it was just like a weird. Oh, the dude who started Freeman Platt did these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how Germ kind of got like his notoriety within the sneaker industry, was because he did these and a bunch of all the other like revamped retro model Reeboks like on their new version.
Very nice.
Yeah, so like within the designer community, everyone was kind of like, oh, that's the Germ shoe, and then I think he used that cloud to go make Freeman Platt. But I'll use these because since you stole my Fila, I was going to say the Fila Cage, but I'll say that next week.
Next week.
Okay.
We'll hint for next week.
Yeah.
And my Hyper C shoe is the Clark's Wallaby.
Oh, all right. Little Raekwon in you.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pair when I was a kid. You know, I had a pair when I was a teenager. They're fucking amazing. I guess Chris is leaving to go get his Clark's Wallabies.
No, because I have another one that he did too. He did a bunch of these were like the redone of the Shaq. What were they called? Like the Iceman or some shit. Like Germ did a bunch of them shits.
Clark's Wallaby.
Clark's Wallaby. There you go.
Nice shoe. Very nice shoe. Let's see. You can follow the podcast at Sub Podcast NYC on Instagram, Twitter. You can hit us up on subpodcastnyc@gmail. There's also a phone number in our bio. And join our Discord. Discord's popping. We always have a lot of fun. Me and Sketchy Mike were talking anime today. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. You can follow Lawrence at LZD325. You can follow Chris at Not That Cheney on all platforms, and you can follow me at Trevisus on all platforms.
There you go.
It's been Sub Podcast. Thanks for listening, guys. Go out and vote.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
Oh, I was like looking at this going like, oh.